Hi there. So, good morning. I'm going to talk about a few things that Christian churches consider controversial, but they're very bottom of the barrel talking points, and they really don't show that you're actually that Christian or devout to God. And so, this is what they are. First off, like basically preaching against homosexuality, abortion, Islam. I would throw Mormonism in there too, atheism. All that stuff is something that you really should just take for granted as true. Like, if you're not talking about apostasy in the church, like how people are celebrating pagan holidays, how they are not keeping the Sabbath or the dietary laws, all those commandments in the Bible, and how people are believing in space and evolution and all that stuff. And even at this point, evolution is almost like on that list too, because the people who speak against evolution in the church, they go and make fun of flat earthers the same way, evolutionary people will make fun of young earth creationists, right? And so um, I think people have to step out of this like bubble of like what is controversy. Like people Christians will think it's controversial to like not like America, but America has so much blood on its hands, and it's such a pagan nation that the reason we even have "In God We Trust" on our currency and some other things is because the Christians who lived in this nation basically looked around and they said, if our civilization went away, people would dig it up and they would think we were pagans because there's so much Roman and Greek and Egyptian architecture everywhere. And so the compromise between the Freemasons who owned the United States and the people who were Christian was that, okay, we'll put "In God We Trust." So it kind of looks like God, but to Freemasons, God can mean anything. So that doesn't matter. Yeah. So if you're not talking about secret societies, fallen angels, giants, the flat earth, keeping God's law, um, all these things, and then, the pre-trib rapture is just ridiculous. Like, yeah, every Christian has suffered for their faith. You're supposed to die for Jesus, but not you, because you're Pastor Bob from Southern Alabama. Like, we've got to raise our standards for holiness. Okay? So there's a big call to action for all you liberal Christians. That's what you are. Is if that's all you're talking about, you might as well just be a Republican as much as a Christian. All right. God bless. Godspeed. I hope this edifies the right people. Amen. God bless.